educate me on the drug testing in boxing, because I remember when Mayweather was the one who really started this.
Yeah.
It was just like almost every fight. I remember Andre Berto got caught, Lamont Peterson got caught, Canelo got caught.
Right.
It was just a lot of people getting caught because a lot of people were doing random blood and urine testing. Is that still the case? Are a lot of people still doing it, or are people who just kind of forgot about that time in history in boxing?
That, it's a good question. It doesn't seem like there's as much testing as there was either. It's like, when VADA first came out, a lot of people, okay, well, they're, less expensive than USADA, so let's try to give them a shot. But then I guess because they have zero tolerance, it's like, they are catching more cheaters. Like some of the tests too, it's like, yeah, okay, well, they tested positive. It's like they have on the form, like, are you taking these supplements? And, fighters will write down, they're taking these supplements. But on that same form, it says it doesn't matter what you write down. If it shows up in your system, you're going to test positive. So it's almost like, knowledge is a dangerous thing here. It's like, people, we hear, oh my God, this guy tested positive for whatever drug, but it's like, we don't know the circumstances behind it. Like, was it like, a grain of salt worth of, clenbuterol that's in your system, or was this guy juiced to the gills? I mean, a guy like Jerome Miller and even Jean Pascal going into that canceled rematch with Badu Jack, it's like, yeah, those guys were, there's no disputing that. But some of them, it's just like, it's almost like knowledge. It's okay, well, this came up, it was only this amount. Like, I guess they'll determine, whether or not it affects your performance. And, it should be, used as an evaluation tool. That's why, like VADA, they have no authority to suspend anyone. So that has to be brought before the commission. And most of the commissions still honor, the WADA code. So most of them in their rules don't acknowledge VADA. So
yeah, I'm very disappointed in boxing commissions around America, because why haven't we adapted random blood and urine testing for every championship fight, at least the championship fights? And I understand it costs money, but the fact that the money is thrown onto the fighters as opposed to the commission, I find that troublesome.
Yeah, and that's why I don't blame fighters when they say they don't want to do random drug testing. It's, I mean, obviously, promoters should pick up the tab for the fighter. But
for sure.
If you're a fighter, you say, okay, well, here's $500,000 for your fight, but you got to spend, $30,000 on drug testing. I don't blame them for saying, fuck you, I'm not going to do it. So it's, we're behind minor league baseball in regards to drug testing standards. And it's unacceptable, right?
Is it that bad?
It is. I mean, because it's just not regulated enough. The commissions have it. The thing I find bizarre, though, it's like, actually, when Alexander Usyk was supposed to fight Tyrone Spong in, I believe it was in Chicago.
Okay.
Like in October 2019, he passed all the Illinois drug tests, but then he came up positive for a VADA test, and they said, you know what, you can't fight in our state. It's like, well, how can he pass your standards but not someone else? Right? I mean, sitting there judging him. He did everything you asked him to do, but he didn't come through for you.
It seems like such an easy fix. I don't understand it. Also, for in America, each state has a different commission. It will also incentivize more fights to happen in your state. For certain fighters who want to be clean. Like Las Vegas, New York, and Texas are three states that I feel that those were most of the big fights happen. I guess you could throw California in there as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you. I will say in Nevada and in California, especially, their drug testing standards are far superior to everyone else in the country. Okay. So it's like if any two commissions are going to catch, drug cheats outside of like random drug test, VADA or whatever, it's going to be those two. So I give those two credit. They do their due diligence.
Okay.